Miners discovered this 8,000-pound crystal in Arkansas.
And be like, will you please
it was donated to the Smithsonian National Museum of Natural History, which has one of the largest mineral collections in the world.
We knew we had something very special.
But donations like this don't happen often anymore. That's because crystals are getting expensive. Really expensive.
Even millions of dollars for a single specimen.
Things that were 50 to 100,000 back in the 90s could easily be $500,000 to $1.5 million today.
But because crystals formed millions of years ago, there's a limited amount of them. What we dig up is what we got. Take the scarcity, growing demand, and that Instagram aesthetic.
They're extraordinary because the uncut ones are just beautiful in their rawness.
And now you have private collectors scooping up crystals at skyrocketing prices.
Our business has been going up at a fever pitch pace over the last 2 decades.
It's all making it harder for museums to get a hold of and preserve specimens like this. So how did the industry get so big? And how did the Smithsonian land such a rare piece? To find out, we followed the journey of this giant Arkansas quartz.
Whenever you find a big one, you only find just a little bit at a time.
That's Josh, a 5th-generation miner. He and his grandpa found the Arkansas quartz in the summer of 2016. Most crystals have 2 sides, forming a pocket in the middle.
And the back of it's just flat. So when you're following that ledge, they're growing toward each other. Their points are basically intertwined. So when we're digging them, we didn't know what it was until we brought it up and sprayed it off.
First, they removed only one side of the crystal.
When we pulled it out of the ground, there was so much mud on it that it didn't even look like a crystal. My grandpa was disappointed. He said, it's just blank. And what we mean by blank is it's just quartz. There are no points on it. And that was kind of discouraging, so we put it on the truck and drove it up here to the cleaning shed and started spraying it off. And we were just like, oh my God, like, this is phenomenal. You know, it was way more than what we expected it to be. And we actually left the other rock still sitting in the ground and went back about an hour later and got that piece.
Altogether, it took them about 2 months to unearth the giant crystal.
That's the biggest one I've found, yeah.
The Arkansas quartz weighs as much as this forklift. The Colemans knew they had to eventually sell a crystal of this size, and the best place to do that is Tucson.
Tucson is the world's largest gem show.
Every year, 4,000 vendors descend upon the city. It's estimated that altogether, $5 billion worth of crystals are sold at the show in just 3 weeks.
So we actually took both pieces to Tucson. The smaller piece, which is the top piece, never come out of the box. The bigger piece, which is the bottom one, we actually had to dismantle.
I'm too excited about it.